big stretch. Anyway, good morning guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's currently Sunday, which is a rest day for me. So I thought I'd take you through what I do to recover and get me ready for the week ahead. Oh, another big stretch. And I got my usual alarm wake up of this guy coming in and jumping on me. And I've also got my first float booked at Float Planet. So I'm going to go and try one of those deprivation pods and see what it's like. Just something I've always wanted to try. First things first, gotta get this dude out for his walk. Now they're out and I've managed to tire him out a little bit, just non-stop kicking the ball for 10 or 15 minutes. He's still going, he's found a new ball. Anyway, I thought I'd chat a little bit about reverse dieting, as that's what I'm currently doing. As you saw in that last clip, my body weight is currently 7.6, 193 pound range, where I've been fluctuating over the last week, which I think is actually a new low weigh-in. I'm actually surprised as well, because I was out last night for a party. I was expecting it to be a lot higher because of the food and drinks I had. When most people think about reverse dieting, immediately think of bodybuilders once they finish their contest prep. But for the majority of people, weight loss can be difficult to maintain. Most end up regaining what they have lost or more. This is because when you drop calories, your body size shrinks and your metabolism will eventually slow down. Because in order to continue fat loss, you need to reduce calories even more. I think I reduced mine 2 or 3 times. And all too often, by the time someone reaches their goal, the amount of calories they need to maintain their weight doesn't equal a lot of food, which can be difficult to stick to if you want to just end it straight away and go back to normal. Which is why the diet, gain weight, diet again, and the classic yo-yo dieting cycle continues. Instead, they slowly, intentionally and strategically added the right number of calories over time, then they're more likely to maintain their fat loss goal long term. So once you've reached your goal and it's time to reverse diet, again, and to make sure the reverse diet is doing what you want it to, there's some key things you need to keep track of. You might want to, again, keep weighing yourself daily or weekly. Again, it's just important to see that average over time. And take measurements, so like your waist, hips, other areas that can reflect changes in body composition better than the scale. Take progress photos, which again you'll be able to see any body composition changes there quite easily. Workout performance, things like your heart rate, PBs, other ways you can measure if you're getting better or getting stronger. Energy levels, so your hunger, digestion, and other measurements you think are important to you. Some people may find they're able to up their intake every week without gaining much fat. Others may need to space out over longer intervals. Every 2 to 4 weeks is a good guideline for most people. But for myself, I'm upping them like 200 calories a week, so going up 400, and then from tomorrow I'll be up by another 200, so up to 2,900, 3,000 calories, which is very nice. I'm enjoying all the extra food. So once you've finished your reverse diet and you're happy with where you are, again, it's time to move on. So after monitoring things closely, using those methods I mentioned before, it can be good to take a step away from those methods of sort of tracking and try and become more mindful. Because at the end of the day, the goal of tracking is to not track and just give you an idea of the food you're consuming. But yeah, it doesn't mean you can never come back to reverse dieting if you decide to diet again. It's a very useful tool to help you maintain your goals while increasing your calories and metabolic rate. So leave a comment below if you've ever done a reverse diet before and how you went about it. I think it's time to get him home for some food, so I will see you there. Gonna sip this coffee. which is the pumpkin spice cake from Espresso, which is very nice. Anyway, I'm just about to start my mobility work. I've got all the tools here, just a massage gun, lacrosse ball and a band. So I'm going to do some of that, watch Match of the Day, some Twitch, and then make some breakfast. Then I'm going to make my big breakfast sandwich, which I've not had for a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll see you all in the kitchen. To be honest, I've been slack on mobility work over the last few weeks. Because I used to just sit and play a PlayStation for hours on a Sunday and then wonder why Monday's train would always feel awful. Because I'd just spent 8 hours the previous day sat like a prawn, hardly moving. So today I started out with some massage gun work before using the lacrosse ball to get into my glutes and traps before some hamstring flossing. And I used to do a lot of ROM WODs, so most of the stretches are from there, holding each position from anywhere between 1 to 5 minutes, which I believe it's yin yoga. And then when finished, taking 5 or so minutes to lie there for the rebound effect, allowing those stretches to sink in. And then after this, it was into the kitchen to make my Sunday sandwich, which consists of hash browns, bacon and egg. And it usually has black pudding in there as well, but unfortunately I didn't have any in the house. And because my timing is terrible, I didn't get to sit and enjoy it. I literally had to chuck it down my throat and head off into town to get to Float Planet. And I'm not quite at the stage to vlog in front of people, so the voiceover will continue. But once I arrived, the guys there were really nice, showed me around and what to expect during my float, and then I was left to it for the hour. So I just got finished with my 1 hour float at Float Planet. But yeah, that's probably one of the most relaxing hours I've ever had. It didn't really feel like an hour, to be honest. Again, I was a bit sceptical at first because obviously I'm a very anxious person and I don't like spending a lot of time in silence, like just myself and my thoughts. But I didn't find there was an issue at all there. You go in, 10 minutes of very relaxing, calm music, then they turn it off. Then you have the option to turn the light off or leave it on. I turned it off and closed the pod and just floated for an hour. I think it's the first time I've floated any water in over 10 years. And yeah, just would 100% recommend it if you're in the area or have one nearby. I'll put the description, I'll put the link to Float Planet Liverpool in the description so you can go and try it out for yourselves. I'm also very anxious about talking in front of the camera, so I don't know why I've started a YouTube channel. But I mainly started it to work on that and just be a bit more open. Like, just if anyone else feels the same or that can help someone, then that's the goal really. But I'm about to go and pre-order my PC, hopefully get it this week, and then I'll head home to watch the match and hopefully Liverpool don't lose. Back home now, it's half time in the match. Liverpool are unsurprisingly losing again, but I managed to get my PC order, which will be here hopefully end of the week or in a week's time, which is good. But now it's time for some food. I've got a bit of gammon, potato, veg. I tend to struggle with eating on when I'm not training because I'm not doing anything, so I feel my body doesn't feel like it needs the calories. But I still make sure I get those calories in by having 2 big meals and then a fairly big snack, because you know, just behind sleep is nutrition in terms of recovery. So I still make sure I hit my protein and fat goals and also my calories of the day, even though I'm probably still in a slight deficit because I am reverse dieting. So I'm going to plate this up, watch the rest of the match, and hope Liverpool bring it back. So it's my final meal of the day. I'm having a bowl of Alpen with a protein shake with milk, and that's my sleepy time drink of Brain Gains. I need to help me sleep. So I'm going to have those, watch the rest of the match, watch the latest episode of Rings of Power, and then I'm going to go to bed because that Float Planet has left me absolutely exhausted. I haven't felt this tired in a long time. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a bit of an unintentional day of eating as well as what I do to recover. So give this video a like, subscribe if you're new. I have more exciting videos planned for the future as I aim to grow this channel and see what happens. Peace.